What's up, Ty Squad? Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm filming a video that I'm really excited about. Today I'm filming the first video that goes along with my series of videos documenting my trip to Jamaica. Yeah, that's right, everyone. This month I will be traveling to Jamaica and I'm so excited. Now, I know what you're all saying. I already know what you're thinking.
In the middle of a pandemic?
Yes, I am traveling to Jamaica with my family during a pandemic. But Jamaica has been taking a lot of steps to make sure that its tourists and the resorts are making sure that their guests are having a safe, fun experience. And in fact, that's what this video is all about today. So let's get into it. So today I'm going to try to give you a short video just to give you a quick overview of the things that have changed as far as going to Jamaica. Now I'm going to try to kind of skim over things, so I'm not going to go into extreme detail just for the sake of the length of this video, but everything that I talked about, if you look in my description, there's going to be links to everything I talk about that gives a lot more detail from the Jamaican government and the Ministry of Health in Jamaica that tells you exactly to a T what you need to do, and also you can follow those links to actually complete these steps. So let's get into it. The first biggest thing that has changed for people who are foreign to Jamaica wanting to travel into Jamaica is that now, in addition to needing your passport, of course, like if you're a foreign national going into another country, you need your passport, United States passport. The number one thing that has changed for individuals going into Jamaica is that in addition to your passport, you now need a travel authorization form. Now, what is this travel authorization? Essentially, the travel authorization is pretty simple. It's an online application where you answer a few basic questions regarding, your exposure to COVID-19, your travel plans, and so forth. And apparently, I haven't done it yet because I'll get into a little while why we haven't done it yet. But I haven't done it yet. But from what I saw and from what I heard, it's a very simple application. You just go up there and answer a few questions. And for most people, you will get your results back in sometime as little as 10 minutes. And other people, you will get it back in about 2 business days. And I'll explain to you what the 2 days is regarding in a second when I get into the next requirement. But in order to do your travel authorization form, you can only do it up to 5 days before your travel. So if you're traveling on the 15th of the month, you have to do it starting the 10th or sooner, if that makes sense, but with a minimum of 2 days before your trip, if that makes sense. So if you're traveling on the 15th, let's say, the earliest you can submit your application for travel authorization is the 10th, and the latest you can do it is the 13th. I hope that makes sense. It sounds a little bit confusing, but it's actually not as confusing as you probably would think once you go up there and fully read it. Now, so that's the reason why I haven't done it. My family hasn't done the travel authorization yet because it's still kind of too early for us. Now, like I said, some people will get it in 10 minutes and less, but there's a group of people who it may take up to 2 days. That's why they say there's a minimum time close to your trip of 2 days that you can take it, because for some people it may take 2 days. And those people are people who have been listed or traveling from countries that has been labeled high-risk countries. And unfortunately, the United States, if you're traveling to Jamaica from the United States has been considered a high-risk country by the Jamaican government and the Ministry of Health. Meaning that if you're from the United States or one of the countries that I'm going to list right here, that means that in addition to your travel authorization form, you actually have to upload a negative COVID-19 test. Now, there's important things to know about this COVID-19 test that you have to take. The first thing is that it has to be within 10 days of your travel. So that means, for example, if you're traveling on the 20th of September, the earliest you can take your COVID-19 test is actually September 11th, which would be today. and not the 10th. It can't be 10 days before it has to be within 10 days. So the earliest you could take it is the 11th, and it has to show a negative test result, of course, for you to go. Now, some important things to note about this test: that it has to be from an accredited facility, an accredited lab in your country. Now, the links that I list below from the Ministry of Health and Visit Jamaica will tell you all exactly what that means, but it has to be an accredited place. Now, it's important that if you're traveling to Jamaica, start thinking now where you're going to get your test, because I know here in the United States, there's a lot of restrictions. Like, some labs only take people who are symptomatic or have had exposures. Some places only take people who are asymptomatic. So you have to make sure that you're going to the right place, and make sure that the lab that they're using is accredited. And it also cannot be a home test, and it has to be, I believe it's called a PCR test, or either a blood test that they take, that's used. So basically, go on the website link below, and before you get tested, contact the facility that you're planning on going to and ask them these questions to make sure that you're getting a proper test, because you don't want to be denied. The next thing to know is that once you get your negative test results, hopefully it's negative, you then have to upload that negative test result along with your travel authorization form. And that's the reason why for some people it might take 2 days, because they have to look over your form, and the negative test results that you submit must include, I think, things like your name, of course, date of birth. It has to list which lab they used and what type of test they used. So that's also another thing to make sure that you're paying attention to. And then in addition to that, if you're approved with the travel authorization, you also have to make sure that you bring an original copy of the test along with you when you plan on traveling to Jamaica. Because just because you're not coming from a high-risk country, when you get to Jamaica, you still may be subjected, or I think, no, you will be subjected to additional screening once you arrive at the Jamaican, whatever Jamaican airport you're going to. So you're going to have things like health screening questionnaires, and I believe a temperature check. So you still may be tested there. If you have a high temperature, if you look like you're symptomatic, you still may be tested in Jamaica. And also, if you're already somebody who was tested from a high-risk country, they're going to be looking for that negative test result. So overall, everyone, I think those were the main two things that has changed that you have to do before you travel to Jamaica. And you have to make sure all those things are correct. Like I said, I kind of overviewed this, so make sure if you're traveling to check out the websites and links below to get detailed information, because you do not want to get to the airport and get sent home. Not at all. So everybody, if you want to see how these processes actually work out, over the next week, I'm going to actually be filming the whole process of me getting tested, me doing the travel authorization, me uploading the test, all of that. So if you want to see that, and in addition, if you want to see my actual Jamaica travel vlogs and see how things have changed actually in Jamaica related to the pandemic, then make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and be on the lookout, because you're going to be getting some great, amazing videos over the next couple weeks. So I hope you found this video informative. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button, and see you next time, Thai Squad. Stay lit, stay safe. Peace out. Do you want to join the Thai Squad, one of the littest up-and-coming squads on YouTube? Then just like, comment, and subscribe, and join the squad.